Did you know a single engine can destroy a brand worth billions, trigger government investigations, wipe out loyal customers, and end production lines forever? These 10 engines didn't just fail. They took entire car brands down with them. Number 1 costs its manufacturer over $5 billion and is still destroying engines in driveways across America right now. Number 10, Subaru EJ25 2.5 liter, flat 4, 1996 to 2011. Subaru built its entire identity around one promise: all-wheel drive reliability for people who live in the real world. Then this engine spent 15 years breaking that promise one head gasket at a time. The EJ25 2.5 liter flat 4 was fitted to the Outback, Legacy, Forester, and Impreza from 1996 to 2011, and for 15 years it had the same fatal flaw: head gaskets that failed between 100,000 and 150,000 miles. Not occasionally, not in extreme cases, routinely, predictably, almost guaranteed. The aluminum heads and iron block expanded at different rates under heat. The gaskets couldn't handle the stress. Coolant leaked externally, oil leaked internally, and in the worst cases, coolant mixed with oil, creating the milky sludge that meant the engine was already dying. Owners reported failures as early as 30,000 miles. Repair costs ran $1,200 to $2,500 for the head gasket job alone. And here is the part that made Subaru owners furious. Dealers performed the repair with the engine still in the car to save labor time. That shortcut meant the repair failed prematurely. Owners came back, paid again and again. The phrase Subaru head gasket became so synonymous with failure that it followed the brand for 2 decades. New buyers researched it before purchasing. Used car buyers used it as a negotiating weapon. Mechanics used it as a warning. Subaru eventually fixed the problem in 2011 with multi-layer steel gaskets, but 15 years of failures had already done the damage. The reputation scar is still visible today. Warning: before buying any Subaru with the EJ25 engine, pull the coolant reservoir cap and look for a milky residue. Check the oil dipstick for the same. If either shows contamination, the head gasket has already failed. Walk away. Number 9. GM Oldsmobile 5.7 liter diesel V8, 1978 to 1985. General Motors looked at the fuel crisis of the 1970s and saw an opportunity. What they built instead was the engine that poisoned American diesel cars for 30 years. GM needed a diesel engine fast. Instead of engineering one from scratch, they took an existing gasoline 350 V8 block and converted it. They changed the fuel system. They changed the heads. But they kept the same head bolts, gasoline engine head bolts, on an engine now dealing with diesel compression pressures 3 times higher than the block was ever designed to handle. The result was catastrophic. Head gaskets blew constantly, engines hydro-locked. The injection pump, which relied on clean diesel fuel, was destroyed by the water-contaminated diesel common at pumps in the early 1980s. Cold starts were a nightmare. When it did run, it was slow, noisy, and unreliable. Oldsmobile held 60% of the American diesel passenger car market in 1981. Within 4 years, that market had essentially ceased to exist because GM had poisoned the well for every diesel car in America. Class action lawsuits flooded courts. Lemon Law claims stacked up. Thousands of engines were pulled and replaced with gasoline units at owner expense. The reputational damage to Oldsmobile was so severe, the brand never recovered. GM discontinued Oldsmobile entirely in 2004, and the diesel disaster of the late 1970s was the wound that never healed. Number 8. Chrysler 2.7 liter V6, 1998 to 2010. Chrysler built this engine for 12 years, and for 12 years, it had the same fatal flaw that engineers, mechanics, and owners all identified, and Chrysler never fixed. The 2.7 liter V6 was fitted to the Dodge Intrepid, Chrysler Concorde, Sebring, and Avenger from 1998 to 2010. The problem was oil sludge. The engine's oil passages were too narrow. The ventilation system was completely inadequate. Oil would break down, thicken, and block the passages that kept the engine alive. Once sludge built up, oil starvation followed. Bearings failed. engines seized, often without a single warning light. Owners who followed the manufacturer's service schedule to the letter still ended up with destroyed engines. And then there was the water pump. On most engines, a water pump failure costs $300. On the 2.7-liter, the water pump was located behind the timing chain, which meant when it failed, coolant leaked directly into the oil pan. That single design decision turned a routine maintenance item into a $3,500 to $5,000 engine repair. Hundreds of failures were reported on carcomplaints.com. Class action lawsuits were consolidated in federal court. Mechanics universally recommended avoiding this engine regardless of condition or maintenance history. When the people who fix engines for a living tell you not to buy one, that is not an opinion. That is a verdict. The Intrepid and Concorde were discontinued. The Sebring limped on with a permanently damaged reputation. Chrysler's midsize sedan segment never recovered the ground it lost. Number 7. Cadillac Northstar V8, 1993 to 2005. Cadillac called it the pinnacle of American luxury engineering. Owners called it something they cannot repeat on camera. The Northstar V8 was Cadillac's flagship engine, fitted to the DeVille, STS Eldorado, and Seville from 1993 to 2005. It was supposed to prove that American luxury could compete with BMW and Mercedes on the world stage. Instead, it became one of the most notorious engine failures in American automotive history. The fatal flaw was the head gasket design. The TTY bolts, torqued to yield, would stretch under thermal cycling and allow coolant to leak directly into the engine. Once that happened, you were looking at $1,000 to $5,000 in repairs on a car worth $4,500 on the used market. One owner of a 2002 DeVille faced over $2,000 in repairs on a car worth less than $5,000. The repair cost nearly half the car's entire value, and there was no guarantee the fix would hold. The Northstar also consumed oil at alarming rates. Rear main seal failures were routine. Valve cover gasket leaks were expected. The engine didn't just have one weakness, it had a list. The damage to Cadillac's brand was generational. Buyers who got burned by a Northstar didn't just stop buying Cadillacs. They told everyone they knew. Cadillac spent the next 2 decades trying to rebuild a luxury reputation that one engine had dismantled. The Northstar was discontinued in 2011. The distrust it created lasted far longer. Warning: white smoke at cold startup on any Northstar-equipped Cadillac means coolant is already burning. That is a head gasket failure in progress. Do a cold start test before you buy. If you see white smoke, do not buy it under any circumstances. Number 6. Audi/VW 2.0 TFSI 113, 2009 to 2011. Audi spent decades positioning itself as the engineering pinnacle of the Volkswagen Group. Then this engine spent 3 years burning oil faster than fuel, and Audi spent the next decade explaining why. The 2.0 TFSI fitted to the 2009 to 2011 Audi A4, A5, and Q5 had a piston ring design that failed to seal properly under boost pressure. The result was catastrophic oil consumption. Owners were adding a quart of oil every 500 to 1,000 miles. Not because of leaks, because the engine was burning it internally and invisibly. Over 126,000 vehicles were included in a class action settlement. And here is what made owners furious. Audi's initial response was to tell them that consuming a quart of oil every 1,000 miles was within normal parameters. Normal parameters. For a brand charging $40,000 for a luxury vehicle, the fix required replacing the piston rings, which meant pulling the entire engine, cost at a dealership $6,000 and above. On top of that, timing chain tensioner failures were common. Bent valves followed, and repair bills stacked up faster than the miles. The reputational damage was compounded by Audi's denial, telling owners that burning a quart of oil every 1,000 miles was acceptable, destroyed trust faster than the engine failure's T. If you're finding this valuable, smash that like button and subscribe. Number 5. Ford 6.0-liter Power Stroke Diesel 2003 to 2007. Ford had the most trusted diesel truck engine in America. Then they replaced it and handed the market to their competitors on a silver platter. The 7.3-liter Power Stroke was a legend. Owners loved it. Mechanics respected it. Fleet operators built their businesses around it. When Ford replaced it, with the 6.0-liter Power Stroke in 2003. The expectation was that the new engine would be even better. It was not. EGR cooler failures caused catastrophic overheating. Head gaskets blew under the pressure of coolant contamination. Injector failures were so common, they became expected maintenance items. The oil cooler, which was supposed to protect the engine, would clog and fail, triggering a chain reaction of damage that cost $8,000 to $15,000 to fully repair. Mechanics nicknamed it the 6.0 no. Ford faced class action lawsuits. Emergency vehicle fleets, police departments, fire departments reported failures in the field on active duty. Ford abandoned the engine entirely in 2007. The damage to Ford's diesel reputation was so severe that Duramax and Cummins owners used it as a selling point for years. At least it's not a 6.0 became a phrase in diesel truck communities that Ford could not escape and could not answer. Bulletproofing a 6.0-liter, replacing the oil cooler, EGR cooler, head studs, and water pump costs $6,000 to $13,000. On an engine that should have been reliable from the factory, owners paid to fix what Ford should have built right the first time. Number 4. BMW N63 Twin-Turbo V8 2008 to 2014. BMW built the N63 to prove they could make a twin-turbo V8 that was both powerful and efficient. What they actually built was one of the most expensive engines ever fitted to a production car, and not in a good way. The N63 was fitted to the 550i, 650i, 750i, X5, and X6 from 2008 to 2014. The twin turbos were mounted between the cylinder banks, in the hottest part of the engine. That single design decision created a heat problem that destroyed everything around it. Valve stem seal failure caused excessive oil consumption and white smoke from the exhaust. Fixing it required removing the entire engine. Cost $5,000 to $6,000 at a dealership. Fuel injectors failed before 30,000 miles. $350 to $850 per injector. 8 injectors in the engine. Do that math. Timing chain failures after 100,000 miles caused catastrophic damage. $1,600 to $15,000, depending on what the chain destroyed on its way out. BMW acknowledged the failures with a customer care package in 2015. Many owners were still left with annual repair bills exceeding $5,000. Some reported spending more on repairs in 2 years than they paid for the car. The N63 didn't just damage BMW's reliability reputation, it damaged the entire used luxury car segment. Buyers became afraid of any used BMW with a V8. That fear was completely justified, and BMW's used car values reflected it for years. Number 3. Volkswagen EA 8881.8T/2.0 TTSI 2008 to 2016. Volkswagen spent decades building a reputation for precision German engineering. Then they put this engine in almost everything they sold, and watched that reputation crack in real time. The EA888 turbocharged 4-cylinder was fitted to the Jetta, Golf, Passat, Tiguan, and CC from 2008 to 2016. 2 catastrophic weaknesses, both known, both ignored. First, the timing chain. Rear-mounted, running on degraded plastic guides with a tensioner that failed prematurely. The first sign of trouble was a cold start rattle that dealers routinely dismissed as normal. When the chain finally let go, it destroyed valves, pistons, and everything connected to them. Owners who caught it early paid $1,500 to $3,000. Owners who didn't were looking at full engine replacements. Second, oil consumption. 1 quart every 1,000 miles. From worn piston rings that VW knew were failing by design. Owners who didn't check their oil regularly were driving on dry engines without knowing it. VW issued TSBs. They settled class action lawsuits. They never issued a full recall. And this engine crisis arrived right on top of the Dieselgate emissions scandal, where VW was caught deliberately cheating emissions tests on 11 million vehicles worldwide. 2 catastrophic trust failures at the same time. The brand's American sales collapsed. VW's US market share has never fully recovered. Enjoying the content? Hit that like button and subscribe. New videos drop every week, and you do not want to miss what's coming Next. Number 2, Hyundai/Kia Theta II 2.0-liter/2.4-liter GDI 2011 to 2019. This is the engine that cost Hyundai and Kia over $1.5 billion in settlements alone, and is still catching fire in driveways across America. The Theta II GDI engine was fitted to the Hyundai Sonata, Santa Fe, Tucson, Kia Optima, Sorento, and Sportage from 2011 to 2019. A manufacturing defect left metal debris inside the engine during production. That debris blocked oil flow to the connecting rod bearings. Bearings failed. Engines seized, sometimes at highway speed, without a single warning, and then they caught fire. Over 450 fire incidents were reported. NHTSA launched investigations. Hyundai and Kia were accused of conducting silent recalls, quietly extending warranties without notifying owners of the actual safety risk they were living with every day. In 2021, the class action settlement reached $1.3 billion. NHTSA fined both manufacturers a combined $210 million, the largest civil penalty in NHTSA history, for delayed recalls and inaccurate reporting on over 1.6 million vehicles. Over 4 million vehicles were affected. Hyundai and Kia's combined U.S. market share fell from 10% in 2016 to approximately 7% by 2020. For two brands that had spent a decade building a reputation for value and reliability, the Theta II engine erased years of progress in months. The U.S. Senate Commerce Committee called for CEO testimony. Congressional hearings were held. And through all of it, owners were still driving vehicles that could seize or catch fire without warning. Number 1. Hyundai/Kia New 1.6 liters/Gamma 1.6 liters GDI 2012 to 2020. If the Theta II wasn't enough, Hyundai and Kia did it again. Same company, same mistake, twice. While the world was focused on the Theta II disaster, a second engine crisis was quietly building inside Hyundai and Kia's smaller vehicles. The new 1.6-liter GDI and Gamma 1.6-liter engines fitted to the Hyundai Elantra, Veloster, Kia Forte, Soul, and Cerato from 2012 to 2020 developed the same catastrophic oil starvation and bearing failure pattern as the Theta II, the same manufacturing debris, the same blocked oil passages, the same engine seizures, the same fires. A second wave of recalls followed, covering an additional 3.7 million vehicles. The total number of affected Hyundai and Kia vehicles across both engine families exceeded 6 million. NHTSA opened a second investigation. Congressional pressure intensified, and the question being asked in hearings, in courtrooms, and in driveways across America was the same question that had no good answer. How does the same company make the same catastrophic mistake twice? The total cost across both engine families, recalls, settlements, penalties, lost sales, and brand rehabilitation, has been estimated at over $5 billion and is still climbing. Hyundai and Kia are still paying for it today. This is what happens when a manufacturer treats a safety crisis as a public relations problem instead of an engineering one. Owners paid with their savings, some paid with their safety, and two brands that had worked for decades to earn a reputation for reliability watched it collapse twice because of decisions made on a factory floor. That is not bad luck. That is a choice. 10 engines, 10 brands that chose shortcuts over the people who trusted them with their money and their safety. Now I want to hear from you. Have you been burned by any of these? Drop your story in the comments. The engine, the mileage, the bill. Smash that like, subscribe to stay ahead of every bad deal on the lot, and I'll see you in the next one.